Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math.
I'm Sean Gannon, and this is Minute Math. And today we're going to learn about integration with trigonometric functions. We're going to evaluate each indefinite integral. So, if I was given this integral, the integral of cosine of x dx. Okay? Now this one's pretty simple. We think, okay, what when we take the derivative gives us cosine of x? Well, that's just sine of x, working backwards here. So we have, well, the sine of x, and then don't forget our plus and constant. And that's it. That's our final answer here. It's very simple. It's just sine of x plus c. Here, of a negative 5 sine of x dx. Okay? Alright, well the constant I can just leave out front, so I'm going to leave that constant out there. I don't really need to worry about it. Now I have to think, okay, what is the integral of sine? Well, the integral of sine is, well, what when I take the derivative gives me sine, and that's going to be a negative cosine of x, and then we don't forget our plus c. Now, we can simplify this a little bit. Negatives, alright, negative 5 and negative cosine, multiplied together is positive. So we have 5 cosine of x plus c, and that right here is my final answer. Of 3 times the secant squared of x dx. Okay? Well, one thing, what I want to do here is, okay, I think about secant squared of x. What when I take the derivative gives me secant squared of x? That's tangent, right? So the 3 stays up front. 3 is my constant. The integral of secant squared of x is just tangent of x. And we don't forget our plus c, and that's it. And actually, this was fairly quick if you know your trig identity here. Our final answer is going to be 3 tangent of x plus c. The integral of a negative 3 cosecant x times cotangent of x dx. Now, the first thing I like to do is think of my constant kind of separate. All right, so the negative 3 out front times. Now, the integral of cosecant x cotangent of x, if you know your integration rules, okay, or identities, excuse me, the trig identities there, is that becomes a negative cosecant x. And then we don't forget our plus c. Okay, so cosecant x cotangent x, the integral of that combination being multiplied is a negative cosecant of x. Okay, so now the negatives cancel, be positive. So our final answer is just 3 cosecant x plus c. And there we have it. And we'll put it right there. Okay. The integral of 2 over the secant of x dx. Okay? Well, what I want to do there, okay, I like to rewrite this, okay? I don't like maybe 1 over secant. I know that's also just 1 over secant of x is cosine of x, right? So I can just write 2 now cosine of x dx. These are the same thing, right? So I adapted the equation in the sense before the integral, before I took the integral. Okay, so now I can easily take this one, right? Integral of cosine is sine, so the constant c is out front. And then integral of cosine is sine, so it's sine of x here. And then plus c. That's it. Our final answer is 2 sine of x plus c. The integral here of 5 over cosecant of x dx. Okay? Excuse me. One of the things I like to do is simplify this before I take the integral. Okay? I know 1 over cosecant of x is sine of x, so this is the same thing as the integral of 5, just sine of x dx. Now from there, okay, I can take the integral. Well, the integral of sine of x is a negative cosine of x, so we have 5, the constant, times a negative cosine plus c. Okay? Don't forget plus c right there. So sine of x is negative cosine of x, bring the constant out front, and then don't forget the plus plus c plus that constant. Now, on the right there. Let's simplify this. The negative just go out front. So it's a negative 5 cosine of x plus c. And there we have it. Our final answer. An integral of negative 4 tangent of x dx. Okay? Well, what I want to do now is, okay, the constant, the negative 4 I put out front, but I think, okay, what is the integral of tangent of x? Well, the integral of tangent of x is the natural log, now if you know our trig identity, it's natural log of the secant of x, right there. And now you don't forget a plus c. So again, the integral of tangent of x is natural log of the absolute value of secant of x. Well, we're pretty much done. The constant was out front, negative 4. And so our final answer is negative 4 times the natural log of the absolute value of secant of x plus c. So we have the integral of negative cotangent of x dx. Okay? Well, what I want to do here, okay, I want to take that integral. The negative stays up front, so my constant, so negative right here. But then I have to know my trig identities. My trig identity for the integral of cotangent is the natural log of the absolute value of sine of x plus c. So this one is pretty much just the knowledge of a trig identity and then keep the negative out front. But we're pretty much done here. Our final answer is just the negative natural log of the absolute value of sine of x plus c.
Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. MinuteMathTutor.com.